So that was that
Mm-hmm.
was horrible. And back then
Wow.
all I was thinking about was just doing my best in the military and all that stuff. But then that's when I kind of
Mm-hmm.
like realized that, like, like, life is short. That, like, maybe I should.
Mm-hmm. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Infinite Ability Podcast. I am your host, Nick Yerhart, and we are here to encourage each other to find our own unique abilities. Let's go. All right, everyone. So today is going to be really awesome. I have RG, and he is just really cool. He's done a lot, and I can't wait for him to share his story and what he does. So, welcome to the show. Can you share a little bit about yourself?
First of all, thank you, Nick, for having me on your show. I
Of
love
course.
I love what you're doing. So grateful to be here. My name is RG. I'm actually an active duty sailor. On the side, I do investing, and I also own two different businesses. And basically, one of my businesses is dog boarding, and the other one's a digital marketing agency. Kind of like what you do
Mm-hmm.
already. And then, the focus is basically helping small businesses integrate marketing apps onto their brick and mortar
Mm-hmm.
businesses. And then also,
That's awesome.
I do some life coaching slash mentoring through aspiring entrepreneurs in the military community as well.
Oh, that's really awesome. Yeah, I like what you're doing. It's definitely needed. We need more people to help with marketing, especially for brick and mortar, because I feel like they're just like they're small minded a lot of times and don't know that they can really reach out and help a lot more people. So yeah, that's really awesome.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah. So what are you passionate about?
To me, I've always been passionate about technology since I've been, since I don't know, well, we're going back at, like, when I was still like 10 years old. I've always
Mm-hmm.
been passionate about technology. As a kid, I've always been into games and all that stuff. But I guess, like, the first few core memory I would say that I have when it comes to, like, technology and all that stuff is, like, when I was helping my mom on her 9 to 5 job. This is, like, back in the Philippines, and then I was helping her with, like, data entry and all that stuff. And I remember thinking, I
Mm-hmm.
was like, man, there's a lot of, like, data that they're putting in on, like, Microsoft Excel, for example. And back then, they weren't
Mm-hmm.
calling these things automations or workflow enhancement, AI, and all that stuff. But I
Mm-hmm.
was already dabbling into it because I hated the idea that, like, I'm doing manual processes. And then that was
Yeah,
just kind of like how I got started with all of these things.
that's really cool. And yeah, nowadays it's automated. Almost everything is just automated, easy, and it's really helpful for us as business owners because it takes a lot less time to do everything. So now we can actually do even more than we could before. So
Exactly.
I'm currently working on automating a lot of what I do. That's what I working on right now. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So what is your business called?
My business is called Enzon Media.
And how can people reach out to you if they want if they need your help?
Yeah, so basically they would just need to go to Enzon, as in Enzon, media.com, and they can get a free
Okay.
deep dive audit. And this is definitely not a pitch fest. It's all about finding, like, the
Mm-hmm.
loopholes or the holes that there may be in their business. For example, about marketing, could be about sales, could be about copywriting, website design, automations, systems, processes, and all that stuff. we basically take a look at your business in a very deep level, and then basically just give it to you straight right there, because
Mm-hmm.
when I was starting out, I didn't like the fact that like there are agencies out there that like they don't give you the things that you need, and then they typically tie it to like, oh yeah, let's do a consultation, but then you end up with just being
Mm-hmm.
pitched about their services. So I want to change
Yeah.
that because like at the end of the day, it's all about helping people, because like once you provide value to those people,
Mm-hmm.
that's when they're gonna see if they want to work with you. Because to me, it's more about helping people to get to that buying decision instead of them feeling like they're being
Mm-hmm.
sold.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. I'm in the same boat, and it's something that I'm working on. You know, how do I pitch my offer so it's not just like salesy. Like I'm
Exactly.
genuinely here to help people. You know, that's my number one goal is to help people. So, yeah, it's really awesome that you look at it like that too. I like that. I like that.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
And then you said you were doing something else, coaching. Can you tell me a
Yeah.
little
So
more about that?
yeah, I mean, it's not really like an offer that I do publicly, but like essential, like I'm still
Okay.
active duty. I'm in the U.S. Navy, and
Mm-hmm.
like I have friends in my circle that has friends of friends, and then the moment they find out I have two businesses, and it's not like those kind of businesses that you just start and then you don't really make a profit. They've been steadily growing, which I'm really
Yeah.
grateful that it's happening, because like not a lot of businesses get the opportunity to make profits, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
basically just share my story
Mm-hmm.
with them, and then like the things that I'm doing on the back end. That way they see that like like, is starting a business cool? Heck yeah, is being a business owner great? Of course, when you're looking at it on the outside. But when you're the one who's in the trenches doing these
Mm-hmm.
things, you know just as much I that I know that like it's not about the bells and whistles. There's a lot of like struggles that comes with it. There's a lot of ups and
Yeah.
downs. So basically, I give them the
Mm-hmm.
real deal. And then if they want to move forward, then yeah, like I'll give them my advice and all that stuff. And with my background in technology, I basically just tell them, hey, look, this is kind of like your marketing stack that you need to be using, and then that's how you do it,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's just all about focusing on like how to provide value to them. And yeah, like if they decide that like they want to move forward, start their business because that's really something that they want to do, given the workload of being in the military plus starting a business, then essentially I
Mm-hmm.
work with them through our various products and services.
That's really awesome. That's and I like how you do it. You just talk to them, figure out their situation, and then figure out how you can help them the best way. Where I feel like a lot of people these days, they just like have a couple products to offer, and that's it. It's not really
Right.
tailored to an individual. So I like that you do that, and I do the same thing with my clients. You know,
I love it.
nobody gets the same thing. It's different for everyone. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's really awesome. So I know that you have a story. So would you like to share a little bit of your story?
Yeah, definitely. So like this digital marketing stuff that I'm doing, essentially, like I mentioned earlier, I've been exposed to technology very early on in my childhood. So I've
Mm-hmm.
naturally been all about technology and all that stuff. But I also know that, and I understand, years later on, that it's not about the technology, it's about what results this technology can do. So basically, I'm born and
Yeah.
raised in the Philippines, and before I hit my 18th birthday, my parents decided for us to come to the United States, right? And then during this time, I was already
Mhm.
incoming third year in college. I was studying information technology for my bachelor's degree. But
Mhm.
essentially, when I was doing it, I started to apply to colleges and universities here. But I was only 17 and I was already on my third year in college. And in the United States,
Mhm. Wow.
that's pretty young, right? So
Yeah.
basically, when I was applying,
Yeah.
they were they were turning me down because they were like, "You're too young, you know. Like you should start from year one, which is your freshman year."
Mhm.
And I was like, "There's no way I want to do that, you know, because like I already have 2 years left. Why would I want to
Yep.
redo my first year, right?" So I
Mhm.
essentially had
Exactly.
some kind of like back and forth with my parents, and
Mhm.
we figured out that like it's more affordable for us in the long run that I just go back to the Philippines and do my degree
Mm.
there. Um,
Okay.
and then that's basically what we did. But you know, because I kept going back and forth to the Philippines and I didn't have my citizenship yet, I
Mhm.
basically, so the way citizenship works is that your time resets if you're to get your citizenship if you've been out of the country for I think 180 days or more.
Mhm.
So I don't exactly remember the days itself, but essentially that's I had to like my time had to reset, and I was thinking because like this is like
Yeah.
fast forward, I finished my degree in the Philippines. I went back here and I was like, how do I get my citizenship? That way I can get my security clearance and then I can go to Google, for example, because that was like my dream job, right? Um, and then
Mhm.
eventually my dad was like, you could join the military and you can get your citizenship faster, but also you're serving a better purpose in your life. Because back then I was just partying and all that stuff, you know,
Mhm.
no real direction really. And I'm really glad that I
Yep.
listened to him because like I don't know what I would be doing right now. But yeah, and then
Exactly.
fast forward, um I'm already in the Navy, and then we were on deployment. I was on a ship, and then I found out that my
Mhm.
grandmother passed away. And then she didn't pass away
I'm
just because
sorry.
she's old. She actually passed away because she got hit and run, right? And so it was all of a
Wow.
sudden.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that was that
Mhm.
was horrible. And back then I was
Wow.
all I was thinking about was just doing my best in the military and all that stuff. But then that's when I kind of
Mhm.
like realized that like you know like life is short. That like maybe
Mhm.
I should think about what I really want to do in life. And then and I know like technology is a
Mhm.
big part of that. And so I was
Yeah.
trying to figure out how I would be able to use technology in order to serve people. Because when you serve people, you give them results, and they're happy about that.
Mhm.
Then it at the end of the day, you're changing their lives, but you're also getting profit
Mhm.
while doing that. So that was kind of like my push on
Exactly.
like how I started all of these things.
That's so awesome, and it's cool because we all have a story that leads us to what we do now. There's usually something that happened, and we're like, all right, I gotta figure out something else to do, and
Yeah,
that's what you did. That's what I did. So yeah, it's always cool to hear everybody's story and what they went through and why they do what they do. So thank you. All right,
definitely.
so my slogan is your abilities are infinite. What does that mean to you?
Um, I think to me it's more about like not giving up per se and like just stay
Mm-hmm,
committed, just stay consistent because each
mm-hmm,
person has a unique set of skills, has unique set of experience, has a set of unique um circumstances, talents, and all that stuff,
mm-hmm,
right? So what you may have experienced is not the same as me, but it doesn't mean that like one of us
mm-hmm,
should stop. You know, like just to me is just all about
Exactly.
not even motivation. It's all about discipline, because like you're not gonna get to where you want to be if you're not being consistent about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure
Yeah.
you tell that to your clients as well. Like it's not,
Oh
especially
yeah.
with
Yeah.
entrepreneurship and business, it's never about just doing one thing once. It's all about doing
No,
one thing
it's over and
consistently.
over.
Exactly. And then, you perfect your craft when you keep doing the reps. When you keep
Mm-hmm.
doing the reps, you get better with it. So that's basically what I think about when you say about the infit. Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much. That was really great. I always love hearing the answers that I get. So, thank you. All
Thank
right.
you.
How can people reach out to you if they want to get a hold of you?
Yeah, so if you have any audiences looking for a web design, local SEO, helping with getting more reviews on Google, getting found on Google, getting
Mm-hmm.
your customers to keep coming back to you through organic means. And essentially, we also have a service that is competing against Stripe, because with like Stripe with online business, you either use Stripe or PayPal, right?
Okay.
But basically, anytime
Yep.
somebody uses their card, you already know how much they take from you as the business owner. I think they take like 3%, right? Something like that. So we have a service
Yep.
where
Yep.
essentially you don't get charged the fees. Like
Really?
it gets passed on to the customers instead, because it's a cash discount program. So yeah. Anyway, I obviously don't want to make this like a pitch fest,
Okay.
because this is your show. But if you have any audiences that would like to
You're
learn more
good.
about that, they just need to go to enzonmedia.com.
Well, I
That
think
is
I
my
do.
last name.
So,
Okay, let's talk then.
awesome. So yeah,
Yeah,
I will drop your links in the show notes so everybody can find you.
awesome. Thank you,
All
man.
right, this has been really great. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this show, please go ahead and share it on your Instagram story and tag me here, the Nick Yerhart. Also, go ahead and share it anywhere else that you see fit, because the only way that I can grow this is by you guys sharing it. I don't sell anything on here. I don't have any sponsors, so let's just get it out there by word of mouth and help more people. Alright, everyone, remember, your abilities are infinite.